Right, hello everybody. A few of you are asking about cutting the ferns, or anything really that you print out that I've made available on my website or on my Facebook group to go with the kits. I usually do something to go with the kit, so then I put it through my scan and cut for it to cut. These are extremely fine, and I was amazed with how the scan and cut actually cut it. I've got an older model. I think this is one of the first. I think either the first one was the 300, but I've got the CM 600, which is quite a few years old now, so I've had it a few years, and it worked perfectly. Yes, I use a Cricut mat stuck to my other mat. All right, so I mean, again, when these first come out, these mats were atrocious. They, after about 3 or 4 different cuts, you had to stick it all down, even though you kept it clean. And I used a zig pen, and then, I don't know, just the machine started gunking up, and I just went with these mats. And I mean, to be honest, I need to re-stick it down. It started to lift up a bit, so ignore that. It should be stuck down perfectly, all right? But I keep an eye on it. And I cut this one down because you must see these lines here, or the scan and cut won't register the mat. And I love this. I've used it time and time again, and it's still brilliant. Okay, I was cutting through the mats. It was all taped at the bottom. Oh, it was just nightmare. But on saying that, I think they've got new mats now, so hopefully they've improved. But I'm still okay with this. Until that wears out, then I will try a new mat, or I just buy another one of them to go on there, So, there is one important thing if you do use this mat, is to go down on your pressure. I'm in the minuses at the moment. I'll turn that on. I'll load the mat and then I'll show you. So this isn't, sorry, this is as good as it will get with video in it, because it's quite a big thing to get in and it might be too close, but you have to bear with me. So I'll load the mat. I've got to put the carriage on first. Sorry, I'll be there in a minute. Okay, so that's the mat loaded. All right, and I'm going to use direct cut for this, okay, because I think it was better. I did save this to file, but because of the screen, this screen is very small, I couldn't place it 100%, so I had a white border. So I'm going to go and try again. It will miss. The only ones I found it missed was these here, which again doesn't matter because you can draw them in. Right, now my settings, just scan that in a minute. I'll show you what I mean about the pressure in a minute. I go in the minuses. This is about 160 GSM cards, so it's very fine. Alright, so I'm on about a -1. I don't know whether you can see this, sorry. But I've just dragged the little cursor things into. That should be okay. And then click OK. It takes a little while to recognise it because there's quite a lot of information here. Years ago, they only had... It didn't recognise colours very well and things like this. But they've altered that. I mean, I haven't actually updated this machine for about a year, so there's most probably even better updates. I'm not sure. But you can change how many colours it recognises, but we've only got 2 or 3 here, so that's enough for me. I think I've got 5 on at the minute. I'm not quite sure how many it goes up to, but it's far better at recognising it. You used to have to draw black lines around everything for it to be recognised, but that doesn't happen anymore, thank God. Right, I'll just stop the video because that's going to take about 3 minutes to recognise, and then I'll come back. I've tried to get this in frame now so you can see what's happening. So that's it, it's registered. I've had a look by just pressing that. I think the newer machines might even go up further. We used to have to work off this years ago, but I know this is one of the updates that they had ages ago now, so you could actually see how well. That's fine. I know it won't, don't want it to do that because I'm only doing the outside. I'm not worried about the bits in the middle, but that's placed pretty good. Okay. Yep, so I'm happy with that. All right, so what I do now is click OK. Okay, and then I'm doing that one there. It's that there, and I'm no border. This is where you can choose to have a white line around it if you want, by going, you know, 2 or 3 mil, but I don't do that because I want it as close as possible. So I click that. Okay, and this is the outline distance, so this is where you do that. It's where you can plus that, but I don't want that, so it's 0. Okay, so what I've got to do now is, well, that's okay. I'll processing. Here we go, and click processing. God, I've forgotten a lot actually. Of course, I just tend to do it, and when I'm talking about it, I'm thinking, what? Yeah, it takes a little while to process. So, oh, that was quick. Right, on here is your cutting tools now. All right, where you set your pressure. Right, if you look at my cut pressure, is -1 because that's only 160 GSM card. Plus, I've got this mat, which is another mil. So you always have to go down on your pressure. When you have instructions that say maybe the cut pressure is 2, I would go to 1, and vice versa. All right. And my speed, my cut speed is 3. I mean, I could most probably, I'll go up to a 4, I think. Takes about 10 minutes to do. So again, we'll start it cutting, and it's going to be very loud. So I will start cutting, and then I'll see you at the end, and then show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's all okay. Okay, and then I press cut there. Okay, and then I'll press the little button there, and then it will start to cut. Okay, so I'll keep that going, and we'll come back when it's finished. All right. Okay, it's finished cutting now, so I'll do that, and I will take out the mat. Okay, and I will move the machine. It doesn't like, what I will say is my machine doesn't like being moved at all. It tends to, you know, I have to recalibrate sometimes, and I did when I brought it into the studio, and I didn't use it for ages because I had to recalibrate it. And I've recalibrated it in here over there, and I'm hoping everything will be okay, because I find that the lines slightly move when you move the machine. So I shall get that out of the way, and hopefully it's not too bad. I will check later over there. I'll put it back there because I won't be doing any of this again. So, oh, now I can straighten up. Sorry, I had to make it wonky so you could see what I was doing. Right, so that's it. So let's have a look. Doesn't look too bad at all. I mean, yes, you get a bit of white, but you just, I mean, this is so fine. I cannot believe that. That's about 1 mil, that stem there. Is it cut there? Might not have cut there. Yeah, did last time, but you know, it happens. Yeah, it has. Silly me. There we go. Right. Again, I use all the pre-cut stuff because I really like it. There we go. That's that one there, which, and I'll just get one that I won't read them all out. I won't get them all. There's another. Look how fine that is there. Yeah. It's a little bit too fine there, but okay. And just sometimes, you know, they go, because they are quite close together, these, I'll just do that. Right, yeah, so they're all perfect really. And I'll show you what you do, just to ink them up slightly. I'll just get those out and get them all. And just get a bit of paper a minute. So you can see them. There's those. I'll just have a little bit of ink. And I'll just, you know, tone that white down just a little bit. And here we have it. All right, I'll get the really small ones a minute. Just there. Bent that one a bit. There we go. And now you can see them. Now that isn't bad at all. And it's all right, there's a little bit in here. If you want to go and cut that, you could, but do you know what? I'm not worried, because that saves me hours of cutting these out. And I've got no actual white line around. There we go. Well, that's that. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it helped a few of you, just to show you that it's capable. And mine's, like I say, the old machine. So I think it was actually the second one in, because I think the first one was a 300, wasn't it, if I remember rightly. Then it was a 600. I don't know, but I've got the 600 anyway. And right, so I'll speak to you again. Bye bye.